How does one Montaro? There it
How's one
is.
Doge?
How does one Doji?
Doji Doji. I click right.
You you
I
you
click.
you
Okay.
do the clicking.
Whee! I'm a husky Doge.
Husky Doge.
Huffling.
Huffling.
Okay. I just
Okay,
get to
did I
make
just
stupid
break
sound
your truck?
effects.
Oh no, I didn't break your truck. Yeah. Why
Oh
am I
god.
doing that pose? Hi guys, welcome to Chuck and Talk Thursdays. I
Oh
realized
hi,
I
we
did that
live?
live. I did that live. I'm just like, wait, no, I'm live right now.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to enjoy rewatching that one. I don't want to jump on the banana. Fuck.
Well, there goes the banana.
Okay.
Let me get a water because my throat just dried up for like a second there.
Oh jeez. Well, I'm gonna do things. Oh great, I'm entertaining now. Shit.
Whew. This
You
stream is
okay,
brought to
you?
you by Dasani. Anyways, I'm gonna stop doing
Oh my
that.
god. Here am I going like, are you okay?
I'm good. I don't know. I just had a dry throat there for just a second.
Oh yeah, I
For
guess I
just a
should promote your shit. Okay.
That's okay. You don't have to.
Training spam face and stream.
All right.
Literally spam face.
Also, for a second there, for whoever was thinking of like looking at top, I have my iPad up this time around just to preview my own stream as I go by. So this is what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna see how much I can fling out.
You can
My
fling out.
my iPad is like literally on top of a monitor. I have no idea if I could see it.
It's okay as long as you fling out and not whip it out. Good.
And I don't need to whip it out. No one needs to whip it out.
No one needs to see that.
No. But hi guys, welcome to Euro Friendly Truck and Talk Thursdays. I am joined with
It's a dragon.
Hi Dragon.
Oh my
There
god.
it is.
This is
It's been a long
actually
time. It's
weird.
been a long time.
It's been a long day.
Oh
Without
no.
you, my friend.
Stop it. I've been seeing memes about that again. I don't know why.
Oh well, I blame myself.
You blame yourself?
Yep.
Oh no, don't blame
It's been a
yourself.
long doge since I played
Stop this. Don't play
Montaro.
don't sing that with Montara. That's terrible.
It's been well, poor dog just dies all
But
the time. It's fitting.
let me just say a story that say I picked her up or I had her come here from London to Italy because I'm driving around Italy and we're gonna be both in the truck together for at least the next 2 hours for Truck and Talk Thursdays.
Sì,
Yay! Because I have to
ciao,
make a story like that.
ciao.
I was thinking I thought of this like 2 hours ago. Just like, can I think of a story for as to why I have Dragon today? Yeah.
Wow, cool. Well, yeah. Hi, I'm in Italy now. I'm in Roma and having the pizza.
There it is.
Pizza,
There it is.
pizza. Monticello.
There it is. Where the heck am I? Oh right,
I
I've been.
suck at Montaro.
Oh
Okay,
no.
anyway,
I forgot.
just
I'm
failing that.
driving to a place. I thought I was gonna drive to a place, but I'm not driving there. Let's look for something quick, and then we'll talk about stuff. I don't know what
Okay.
kind of stuff. It's a wonder. It's always random when it comes to this shit. Really.
Yeah, I can talk about how creme brulee ice cream is really amazing.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah. Because I can
Actually,
have ice cream because it's 7 o'clock at night and I'm allowed.
I mean, no one's stopping you to have ice cream at 7 o'clock at night, especially on a Thursday. You are a grown adult.
I
Everyone.
am a grown ass adult and I make my own
I thought you were gonna
decision.
stop at grown ass. There it is.
I
I'm
am
a
my
grown
own grown
ass.
ass.
We're
Oh
starting
boy.
off well, aren't we?
Ah, yes. Sorry.
Why do I not have volume on the game? Hold on.
Oh god. Are you really screwing up
Did I
already?
screw it up already? I hope not. Okay, wait. Volume mixer. Where is this popping up?
No! I hit 10,000 finally.
Yay! Okay, so everyone heard that. Why is my volume not working on this game, boy? Oh, master volume is like low. Okay, thanks.
Wow, you're so good at this.
Why is my master volume low? Who lowered it?
You did.
Maybe. Now I could hear the roars of my engine.
Rar, rar, rar,
The
rar.
roars of my engine. There it is.
Rar, rar,
Rar, rar,
rar,
rar. That's how my engine sounds like. But anyways, I hope everyone's doing a great week. Apparently, Montaro is not.
No.
Um, well, hopefully everyone else is having a great week. I've been having a good week so far. Shit, what is my highlight for this week?
Yeah.
Not
What's going
much.
on this week? What's
Again,
going on in your world? You've done. That's a lie.
is it though? Yeah, it could be.
Interview.
Oh, right. I forgot the interview was right.
You're
Interview was the day. The interview was the day
Guys,
after.
this is why I'm not only Spam's best friend. I'm his personal assistant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bring
Yeah.
back that age-old joke. Funny joke.
Funny joke? You mean the joke that lasted last year?
Ah, fuck yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. So right, interview. See, this is what happens when I talk to her the day after that interview, thinking I already talked about it. So everything is just like, oh yeah, I've talked about it. No, I haven't. Not in this stream.
I'm just throwing him off his game and putting him back on it.
Well, I'm driving in this game, and yeah, and sure, yeah. Anyways,
A navigator.
oh, I need to turn off the engine. So, right, interview. So that interview. Oh God, I'm trying to find my words here, because I always fumble up on my words.
Fucking chicken.
Yes. So the interview, for those who doesn't know, I've been trying to apply for jobs for the past year and so, and this latest interview was for it's a county job working for the mental health clinic, the pharmacy part of the mental health clinic. I don't know how to explain that, actually. I don't know.
A pharmacy that sells drugs to medical health clinic.
I didn't hear mental, I heard mythical.
Mental. Is it really gonna fucking snow? I swear to God, it better.
Oh yeah, she was
Right.
also complaining for a lack of snow in London, but anyways, we'll talk about that a little bit later.
I will complain about that as soon as I can.
There it is. So it's basically a pharmacy clerk position. You're tending. There it is.
Oh shit.
I guess yeah, you're tending to mental health patients to get their prescriptions and medications and stuff. And hello, truck, I almost rammed into you. I'm sorry. Let me go before I ram into other people. I've been a safe driver ever since I came back from the Europe. Aside from tickets, because tickets.
How dare.
I know, right?
That's
But
expensive.
yeah, it's okay. I got 3.6 million euros. I was about to say pounds, even though it's not pounds. But yeah, went to this interview on Friday. Let's just put this on freaking cruise control so I don't end up breaking my own thing. Went to the interview, and the first thing they told me was, all right, I'm gonna be blunt with you right now. If you don't want this position because of what you've read upon the listing, for this position, you are welcome to decline it. They're looking for dedicated full-time people to work with them and work with mental patients and such. So that was like that was. I'm like butchering it now, Dragan, and as much as I'm probably butchering it just as bad right now because I'm already forgetting some details at the moment. But basically they said it's like they're looking for someone dedicated, who's willing to be dedicated to the position for years on end. Hello, turn. Oh my lord, help. Oh my lord. Oh my god. That's wait. Hold on. Where am I going?
Crazy.
I'm lost. I went into IKEA and I don't know where we are. I don't know where my
Need a map.
It led me here, but this is not the pickup point. What?
You broke it.
Yeah.
Only you would get lost in Europe.
I would get
Truck
lost in the
simply
Europe.
hard.
I never get lost in American
This
truck.
is why I'm navigating when you come here.
I really want to say that's saying something.
That's actually really. Don't trust me.
There it is. There it is.
Don't trust me.
I was waiting for that. But no. back to the interview things. I found the gate. Fucking A. Why did it lead me over there?
Wow, I got the achievement in Superflight called Cheater. That's offensive. I was just flying. That's offensive.
Cheater.
Tunnel and got lots of points.
I mean, isn't that how you're supposed to do it? Oh, I'm swinging.
Right? I was just playing the game. But okay.
I like how I keep forgetting I have a bus mod installed here, so I realized I could pick up passengers at IKEA.
Huh?
I was like wondering, why is there like a bunch of people just standing right there? Oh, that's probably for people who wants to get onto a bus, but I'm not a bus, I'm a truck.
Wow.
I'm
You're gonna let those people sit there for hours?
I'm being a very big truck here. Okay, hold on. Let me just get this load before I start distracting myself even further. There we go. Okay. But yeah, they told me, like, straight out, if you don't want this position after reading the details, stating that it's going to be both physically and mentally stressful, straining. I don't know why that sounds, I don't know why in my head that sounded weird to say.
Mentally draining.
Draining, there we go. I was like straining. What's like that? What
like my job. I mean, what?
Oh.
I mean, what?
Oh, well, I've destroyed my truck doing that. Okay.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
I heard oh.
Secret tunnel.
But they told me that it's gonna be both mentally and physically draining. Thank you. My mind just like literally turned off for a second there on that word. Draining. It'll be very stressful. Even the people that were interviewing me, which one of them was the pharmacist for the pharmacy, and the other one was the big head honcho of the mental clinic, from what I remembered.
Director of the mental health clinic.
I like Big Boss Honcho. I like my own wording. But you're right. Yeah, director of the mental health clinic. They both said it's some tough work, especially for where I'm coming from. I'm a computer science major, and one of them questioned, it's like, I'm amazed you went for this position. It's like, yeah, I'm still trying to find jobs, but I've been opening up to like county jobs and such to lead me eventually to my career job as a software developer, I guess. I still haven't figured out where in computer science I'm going to be landing at just yet. But when we were just talking, talked about like the position, talked about like the things that'll be going on in that position, as well as just knowing like just I guess like basically had to prove myself if I could, if I'm ready, if I'll be ready to put myself into the test of just working with them, working alongside the pharmacists, alongside the patients, and just, going back and forth with them, just trying to get their medications out, try to get the right medications, because it's the worst thing you want to do is give them the wrong one, especially in a closed...
Oh, that would be real bad.
Oh, yeah,
especially a big setback for weeks.
Oh, yeah, and you could probably get fired immediately.
Yeah, I would fire you.
Yeah. And like I talked to them about that, and it's like, well, like I'll see, because I'm still trying to at least like bounce. I'm still planning to like bounce around job to job until I find that career job. And I told them that, and they said, it's like, yeah, I understand what you're doing, and that's fine. It's just that they're just looking for someone who can be dedicated for at least a few years to help them out, and they're just looking for someone who's willing to do that as basically a career, even though you're getting paid like slightly low wage as a clerk. That's what you're basically going to be doing. They told me, it's like there's not much wiggle room, at least within the position they have in there, to like expand out. I mean, sure, it opens you to potentially other jobs within the department, and also within the county, because how county jobs work, it's just promotions across the board, basically. So there's that potential, but they're basically looking for someone who could stay firm with them for a few years. So it's a wonder. I told them it's like, I'll think about it. I'll definitely think about it. I'm still thinking about it to this day. I haven't sent out a response saying no, because I'm just waiting to see what happens. See if I'll get if I end up to get accepted. We'll see if I'll accept it. As well as, like, I guess other things. I don't know. I just blanked out for a second there. Sorry about that, guys. I literally just blanked out. Holy shit. What was I going to talk about? Fuck.
You were talking about how you're still kind of doubting the job, and if you haven't sent a response yet and you're waiting for something.
Yeah, thank you. That. Yeah, I'm still also waiting for other responses from other jobs. Still have yet to get responses from any of them. So either the pharmacy people or any of the other jobs that I have applied to so far. So that's always a great thing. It's a wonder if something's going on or they're just busy doing other things. Or maybe I don't get it. I'm not accepted and they haven't sent me an email about it, which I still hate about.
Yeah, welcome to the job searching life.
Where they just don't email you a rejection letter.
Always.
Like, please, just tell me I'm rejected, and then I'll be on my merry way. Also, what is that road? I like how there's just a road that leads up to nowhere. Oh, it's a gas station. What happens if I wanted to gas up, boy? So, yeah. We'll see what's going on. I have yet to get responses from them and other people. I've been also receiving other referrals to other county positions, but they have yet to respond back to me, so it's all great. It doesn't help that there hasn't been much, they don't send out much contact information for some of these positions, so I have no idea who to contact to, so that's great. Might have to dig in through my email, so maybe I could find one and then I'll contact them today or tomorrow just to see. It's like, okay, any status updates on blah 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 blah, just so I stay active on that. But yeah, so job hunting still continues to this day. Also realizing it has been a year since I've done this, so basically it's been a year since I've been job hunting as well. So woo. Basically, Chuck and Talk Thursdays is, let's talk about my job hunting skills and experience and such. I'm gonna keep turning it. And how much of a wild ride it has been for the past year.
I have comments about it, but anyway.
I figured as much.
I have slight judgments, but it's fine.
I figured as much. You could save that maybe after, unless if you want to roast me right now.
Roast him, Daryl.
Roast me. So
Ooh,
yeah,
cool.
we'll see how that goes. Aside from that, I've just been out with parents, especially for the past 2 days, because one car had to get a maintenance check. Another car had to get its tune-up, and it's been great because I've been waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning for the past 2 days. Now 3 days.
Princess.
But that's okay. I realize how much of a day, how longer the day is when I wake up early. I'm just like, oh my god, this is what a full day feels like, because I always wake up at like 10.
Yeah, he wakes up late. It's kind of lame.
Yeah, but just recently, at least for the past 3 days, I've been waking up at 8, and I'm just like, whoa, so this is what the full day feels like once again. I was like wondering, it's like, dang, this week has been going pretty slow for me. Till I realized I've been out early for the past few days, and just like, oh, okay, that might be why.
Who would have thought living a normal kind of schedule is kind of like what?
I know, right? And then end up going to sleep around 12 o'clock or 1, so it's like I really had a long day. Am I doing anything productive? Most likely not.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah. But yeah, that's aside from the interview, and I guess hanging out with, hey, look, you're playing Montara now.
Yeah, just game hopping.
Just game hopping. I didn't even see the last game you hopped onto.
was playing Super Flight.
Oh, you were playing Super Flight. Okay, I didn't even see that. I didn't even
Wow.
see that pop up.
How dare.
But aside from that, that has been my week so far. Sindbad. What a nice bus. What a nice bus company name there, bro. I don't know where I was going with that actually.
I have a cool Doge.
But yeah, that's been my week so far. I don't know what Friday will bring me. Oh, actually, I do know what's gonna be happening on Friday.
What's gonna be happening on Friday?
I'm gonna be hanging out with a friend trying to fix the same computer I fixed up last week again.
Oh wow, great! Things are just breaking.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember if I actually talked about it. Yeah, I did talk about it because I was so pissed about that computer.
Lol. Computer rant.
Damn power supply problems. Damn power supply problems. I can speak. I could speak my R's and L's. But yeah, that computer is having problems. Apparently, my friend did buy a new power supply for the thing, and apparently it's having boot problems. And I try to help him fix it through text and remotely, and yeah, it doesn't work. So I have to help him out tomorrow.
Yes.
He sounded so pissed about it. He sounded so annoyed about it. It's like, I don't blame you. Solving computer problems are sometimes easy, but sometimes very stressful.
Yeah.
And many times you just want to throw in the towel and be like, okay, I'm gonna work this tomorrow. I don't want to
Or throw your computer out the window too.
I mean, that works too, but this is his nephew's computer, who's is like can only afford to have that computer and no new computer, and yeah.
Fair.
So we'll see if I fix it. If not, it's gonna be great. Apparently, I might get a lunch out of it, so I don't care.
Hey, food, yo,
Yeah.
yum.
I'm okay with this. I'm honestly okay with this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's been my week so far and such. Can't think of any big events that might be happening, at least in it for the next week. No, but February's tomorrow. Holy shit.
We are in February.
It's funny. I'm still counting down the days that I'm going to the Philippines with the family still.
Oh, that's still so exciting.
It's like, I can't wait. I hope nothing goes wrong.
Daryl, you just jinxed it. I hate you.
I know I did. I realized I shouldn't have said it. But it's interesting because, like, I remember actually there's like one other thing, I guess, but like kind of related to this trip thing. But there's basically, yesterday as we're waiting for the older car to get a tune-up, me and my mom and dad were just talking about what we're gonna do in the Philippines. Some ideas were going to the province, basically outside of the big city. I would want to call it countryside, which is technically correct, and technically no-ish. I don't know.
Describe to me.
Because luscious green is the Philippines.
No, that's the countryside. It's just like the forest. Or
Yeah.
whatever, like the wilderness.
Wilderness, the jungle. Well, Philippines is not much of a jungle. At least where my mom's side is. But yeah. Okay.
Oh, Daryl.
I got some phlegm stuck in my throat, but I'm trying to clear it. But yeah, my mom is planning to go to the province, and we're planning to just go with her, visiting aunts, friends, and such.
Many of the family.
Many of the family, many of the friends, like my mom's high school, college friends, and such. And that'll be cool because it's been like I'm actually trying to figure out like where I actually want to go in the Philippines, as much as I want to stay in the big city. The one
Avoid the south.
the one big city in the Philippines. There's
Manila.
also the Metro Manila.
Yes. And avoid the south.
There's still a chance I might just like visit like the friends and family of on my mom's side, live the quote-unquote simple life for at least a few days, because there is well, granted, there's electricity and phone service, but Any like computer and all that shit, not so much.
Yay.
So it's gonna be slightly simpler life with a phone, but that's about it. It's just it's basically living with like a little bit of electricity and no running water. Well, no, that's a lie. There is running water. I mean, it's not like, how to explain it. So, just like in a countryside, it's a well system, but it's not like connected like all around the house. Like there's like no like connected to the bathrooms, connected to sinks or anything like that. Like there's like a handful, but not like here in North America or anywhere else or anywhere else in the world. It's like can be like fully connected to the house and whatnot.
Okay.
So I guess I explained that in a like it's supposed to be the simple life, even though it kind of isn't.
Instead of like first world, you're like second world.
Basically, there we go. And I can't really say third world because you actually do have technology and stuff. So
that's why I said second world. I'm a Smarty Cookie.
A Smarty Cookie, but you just had ice cream.
I'm a Smarty Cookie ice cream.
There it is.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what's being planned. I know there's been talks between.
What about your dad's side?
My dad said, why is this bus blocking my gas pump? My dad said he might not go to his place, because he has teeth working that needs to be done, so he might not have the chance to do it. And plus, there's been some troubling conflict over there. That's a very highly contested area between the Muslims and the Christians. Yeah, it's the fun part of the Philippines, but not so fun part of the Philippines.
There you go.
There we go. So, it's just,
but family.
Yeah. But my dad is also like, but I don't want you to die over there. It's like, okay, fair point.
No, I can't even just swing one day.
I don't think my dad wants to.
No.
Yeah. Funny thing is...
Weird based on the things that I know. But anyway.
Yeah.
Carry on.
We could talk about it later personally. But I'll only give out that much information. It's just really a highly contested area, and my dad's always been iffy about bringing the rest of the family over there because of it. Don't want to get into like conflicts and such with them, and then be stuck over there for a few days, and then have a diplomatic problem. Let's not have a diplomatic problem now, shall we?
Yeah, no, not worth it.
No, not worth it. Last thing I need to do is be with the Philippine government. And it's like, hey, I'll contact the U.S. government. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Be a fun story to talk about, but no.
It'd be a fun Truck and Talk Thursday when you come back.
Oh no, fuck that! I'm gonna make a whole spiel about that thing with a video, and maybe Truck and Talk too. Actually, I'm thinking about it. Shit. But it'll be a whole spiel. I'll have a video and everything.
See, now you have to do it. Just kidding.
I mean, I would, but if I'm that much of a risk taker, to be fair, I'm not that much of a risk taker in things.
Fair.
Oh my god, truck, go faster! I don't want to be stuck behind you, boy. Shit. What are these loops and turns and shit?
Welcome to Europe.
I know, and everything's built behind a guardrail. Between guardrails.
Welcome to Europe.
I know. Fuck. But yeah, that's been my week, and here on after, how are you, Dragon? How have you been? I know work has been stressful for basically the past few months.
But
I know you've also done fun things as well. I know it's been a while since we've done this.
It's been a hot minute since I've talked about the fun things and the not so fun things and the things and the things. Manhole cover, fuck.
And manhole, there it is. Good start.
I'm good, except for this week I got a bit of a cold,
Oh,
which has been
I could kind of hear it though.
uh, I'm not nasally or anything. It's just kind of like, oh hi, cough cough.
Just a cough
Um,
cough.
that's all. Just cough cough. I hit the chicken. Um, so this week has been kind of that, but also been very stressful. I don't know. So I've been in the UK for like months now. Holy shit!
A
Yeah,
month
months.
now.
Been a hot,
A few
hot
months.
time.
Hot time in winter. Oh my god, you must be steaming.
2, 3, 4, 5 months. Almost
Damn.
6 months.
Damn.
Almost 6 months.
Almost
Almost
half a
half a
year.
year.
Holy crap.
And things have been interesting. I've got to experience a lot of really, really, really amazing things, but my day-to-day life has been kind of,
Ugh.
yeah, a little stressful and kind of,
Aw.
meh.
No.
Um, because work has been, it's just, like, it's difficult, because for those that don't remember what the hell I'm doing over here in the UK, I'm a
Really.
cover supervisor at a school here, a secondary school, high school. I'm crazy, and yes, I realize this now. Um,
Aw.
Basically, cover supervisor means that I'm like an in-school supply teacher. So I'm only a supply teacher for one school only, and I come to work every day to that school at 8 a.m. because life, and I sit there and I wait for the cover schedule to upload, and see where I'm needed based on
Hmm.
teacher absence and PD and trips and things like that.
And
So
such.
I literally will cover every subject area, every year group, everything.
Wow.
So for example, today I had a little bit of everything today.
Oh boy.
I covered science, I covered food tech, I've covered art, I covered Spanish,
Damn.
and all different year groups. So 7, 8, and 10. So my job is just like that. It's constantly changing, constantly switching up, and I don't get to see the same students every day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just one of those jobs.
Hmm.
It's great. Um, but I'm unfortunately in that place where I am seen as the cover teacher, the supply teacher, and so no one wants to take me seriously because they think they can get away with things. Because they think that I don't know the school rules. Joke's on them, I know the school rules very well, and they all get kind of screwed over. Um,
I mean, at least you're
yeah.
not the. I mean, okay. I've been like kind of thinking about it like after you just like explaining of like what's going on. I remember having a cover teacher, substitute teacher, if you heard of that, if you heard in that term.
Substitute supply cover teacher, there you go.
There we go.
They're all the same thing.
Yeah, basically. But I know there's like been like you know there's always like the handful of good ones, handful of bad ones, because of like there's been like some people complaining, and there's also like the ones that actually do follow, and it's just a matter of just like dealing with it, which is just like hearing her side of like her week, like every week in a call, just hearing like how stupid the students are. It's just so bad, so sad.
It's so fun. No, not really, because we get treated like shit. And it's not only just the students that treat you like shit, it's like the occasional other staff member
Ooh.
as well, where they're just seeing you like, where they won't take your feedback to heart, or they won't do anything or follow up on anything with you, or
Mm-hmm.
something that's happened in their classes, because it's like, well, you're just covered. It was just that one class, whatever.
Right.
And then we also
But
get yelled at by.
it's not like I've been covering your. It's like hearing that, and then after that, I think about it's like how many times have you covered for that teacher is a question.
Sometimes a lot of them, because God, they are gone all the fucking time. But anyway, yeah, but shit, I lost my train of thought. Um, but yeah, no, some staff members treat you like that, and then like if you cover their lesson and you didn't cover it the way they wanted it to be covered, even though their instructions weren't clear, they will yell at you for having their whole class be behind a whole lesson. You know, there's just sometimes where I feel like you can't win in this role, and you're just kind of like, well, okay, great. I'm the one that ruins everything. I got it. Thanks for that. So my job is stressful. It's one of those jobs where my job is changing every single day, and like even the school has different expectations for me like every single day, and I'm trying to like avoid it, which sounds really bad, but like there's just I don't want to be a TA for like the special educational needs department. I don't want to be a TA for the English as an additional language department. I don't want to be a TA and a cover supervisor. I just want to be a cover supervisor and like help out with the occasional project, which
Right.
I'm currently am doing.
Ooh.
By the way, by
Ooh.
the by,
You got a project?
I do. Because, well, the first thing that's coming up is I get to go on another field trip, and it's an after-school field trip.
Ooh.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's gonna be next week. Next week.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
It's just an
Yeah,
internal thought.
literally a week from today, so we won't be able to do EU-friendly truck and truck Thursday next week.
Ooh.
Because I'm gonna go to a theater production of a novel called The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. Mm-hmm. And so I'm gonna go see that. I'm reading the novel right now, which I realized I have a week to read half of it. So I gotta get on that. Um,
It's
yeah.
okay. It's not like it's an assignment for a grade. It's just an assignment of just knowing stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, and it's really cool. And that novel's about like this autistic boy who, kind of sees his neighbor's dog, finds his neighbor's dog dead.
Huh.
Like pitchfork in the middle of the dog's body, that kind of thing. And he's autistic boy, so he kind of internalizes it differently.
Mm-hmm.
And so the story's written in his perspective, so you get to see how his brain and mind works, and it's really fascinating. And he's very mathematically and like detective and deducing kind of brain, so it kind of works really well. And so he spends this novel talking about his life and kind of how he goes about finding evidence of who the heck killed this dog.
Damn.
So it's really interesting and really neat so far, but it's also like starting to get really sad and like really deep. So I'm just like,
I'm not ready for feels.
I'm not ready for this. So it's gonna be fun to watch it live.
So I wonder how they'll adapt it.
Yeah. So there's that little mini project, mini thing, mini prep that I'm doing, and then sometime later, I don't know exactly when, but we have a year 8 class. Going to perform a mock trial, so like a mock court case.
Ooh. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And I was given the court case not too long ago, and I've been reading through it. And the teacher and I that are working on it, working on this together, her and I are also like she also invited me to the Curious Dog of the Incident. The Curious Incident of I can't English. The
That's
Curious
okay.
Incident of Dog theater production. Like it's the same teacher. Um, she sent me like the mock trial, and now she's had me go through it and make like a big prep sheet for it. So
Ooh.
kind of going through and like writing down all like the key facts, then like the timing of the incident and like the timeline of it. All the witness statements I need to like go through and cross-check to see if there's any discrepancies or similarities,
Right.
or if there's anything that seems like very doubtful. Um, so I did all that this week, and I've been kind of finished it. I sent her everything that I've done, and I'm just waiting for her to respond. And yeah, I've been working on this project, and I feel like it's going to be quite a bit of work. So I'm hoping that cover can kind of maybe just
Tone down a bit.
lighten the fuck up, so I can actually help out with it. But we'll see.
What's the mock trial about, if I don't mind asking?
So it's a fake trial, so it's not a real one.
Right, right.
So basically, the crime was there was this nurse who was at the side of the bus stop waiting for the bus, and she was on her phone just calling a friend.
Right.
And then a guy on a moped, a fucking
A
moped.
A moped. Yep. This is where the story gets steamy. With the moped.
He pulls up and snatches the phone from her.
Ooh.
Luckily for the nurse, there's another person at the bus stop, and she had a mobile on her, and she was able to remember the license plate on the moped because literally it was like the first two letters were like her initials, and then it was like AB123. So like it was
wow, how simple.
right? So not a real license plate.
Oh,
so
obviously, yeah, no.
But so she was able to remember it, and she called the cops and consulted the nurse and blah blah blah. Cops ran the plates, found out it belonged to this Alex Young person, went to investigate Alex Young, and apparently they were there the entire day after getting off of work, apparently. And their moped was not in the garage where they kept it and keep it safe. And then the other witness in this, so yeah, there's the nurse, the old lady that was at the bus stop, the police officer, Alex Young, and then Alex Young's manager has an alibi.
boy.
because basically Alex Young said that, like, I know around the time of that incident, I was Snapchatting my boss, sending my boss my schedule at college to see if I can get to pick up any extra shifts.
There it is.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's a court case like that.
Oh, that sounds
Yep.
like fun.
Yeah, it's interesting. And all the discrepancies and similarities and like the statements are like, ooh, but there is some major doubt in some of them too. So I'm like, dun dun dun.
Ooh.
So it's gonna be fun.
That sounds like
Yeah,
fun.
like,
That does sound like fun though.
and then I think it's part of a competition, so this will take like a full day Saturday once.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, a full day Saturday, which is exciting because I think my colleague is gonna try to get it in writing by HR, saying that if I help out on this day, on the Saturday, that I can take a day off during the week.
Hey, nice. Just there's also a replacement of sorts. I'd be like,
Mm-hmm. From what I've understood by other staff is that I might not be able to pick the day that I want off, but just to be like, here, you're having this day off.
at least it's a day off in general.
I'll take it. I'll fucking take it.
Even if it's gonna be in the middle of the week, I'll just take it.
I will take it. Any break at any time, I will take it.
Right.
It's a stressful job, as we've already established.
Dealing with all the students and stuff that doesn't want to care about stuff in the world when it comes to when it's just you as a cover teacher and rather than being their teacher.
Yep. So yeah, that's this big project I'm working on at school right now and at work, and it's been a lot of fun, and I'm like getting really into this case, and it's so exciting. I can't wait to see these year 8s acted out because this is actually a pretty good class. So
that's pretty good to hear.
Yeah. So it'll be fun. It'd be great. That's work life, basically. Stressful, crazy, ever-changing, always changing projects for fun and doing fun things and cool things on the side.
With a little bit of stress
I'm also doing homework club like 3 times a week now.
Dang.
Instead of 2, like I was going to, because our homework club has been getting like full, like every single day of the week almost, except for like Tuesdays. Tuesdays seem to be a little more quieter, so I don't go. But Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm committed to do homework club until 5 o'clock.
Damn.
So an hour and a half after school, and it's been interesting. I'm beginning to know like a lot of students really, really well this way, which is good because there's like a lot of regulars.
Right.
So whenever I cover their lessons, I'm just like, you know my expectations. I'm like, yes, miss.
Hopefully some people do like you because of it.
Yeah. Like it was adorable today. I'll tell you guys a story about today. I came in a little late because I had a situation where a student just decided to cheat on the science exam. And I had to deal with that. So fun times. Because they called me a liar, and then they got very, very vicious and mean, and then I had to call in their year lead and their like grade year lead or whatever, and we had to sit down and deal with it. So then I showed up kind of like with a headache and tired.
I don't want to be here.
This adorable year 7 boy came up. He's like, Miss, I got like 10 achievement points today. And I was like, whoa, you got 10 achievement points? He's like, yeah, oh my god, I did really, really good. And you know what? It was like a homework thing that I had to do, and then I had to present it on the homework thing, and then I did really, really good, and so she gave me 10 achievement points because I did my homework, and not only did I did it, I presented it. Like, he was so excited. I was like, oh, I'm so excited for you. Like, I was just like, oh, that's amazing. He's like, yeah, miss, go check my achievement points. I think it's over 200 now. I'm like, holy shit, that's amazing. I didn't say holy shit. I was like,
I was about to say, if you say holy shit to a year 7, that'd be funny.
It would be. Because they'd be like, miss, you swore. You
should have said holy ship. I said ship.
I said shit. And I was like, oh, that's amazing. And so I went on to like our school program's called Sam's, and I typed in the student's name because I knew who he was. And sure enough, he's at like 202 achievement points.
Damn.
So I'm just like, you got over 200. And so we had like a little celebration, and it was great. So those relationships are being built because I've been on. It's kind of funny with the years 8s and 9s and 10s that kind of go to that homework club. I kind of not on them for homework points because they've been at the school, they know the system. Like, they should probably get their shit together.
Right.
If I'm honest, it's the year 7s that are still kind of new that I'm kind of more pushing on. Like, all right, guys, hey, look, I've checked Sims. I know who you guys are now because I've covered for you. You come to Homework Club every day. And I'm kind of a little upset with you. I had this conversation earlier this week, or no, last week, with a few of the Year 7 boys that come because I'm like, why are you still getting behavior points for no homework even though you've been attending Homework Club every day?
Right.
And they're like, Miss, I don't know. And I was like, well, how come then whenever we say, okay, guys, it's 4 o'clock, if you were done your homework, you can play games, and we ask you if you're done your homework and you show us, how come you're lying to us then?
Ooh.
And they're like, oh, miss, we thought we weren't lying. I swear we weren't lying. And I was like, oh, I don't know, guys. Behavior points say something else. So, and I gave them like this is my ultimatum. Because I'm a great teacher that way, apparently. I was like, look, I'm going to give you 1 month. I'm going to check your Sims, your profile, and your behavior points on Sims again in 1 month. If I see any no homework checks, and I see you guys have been attending homework club every day, I'm going to ban games on your computer. Which means you'll only come to homework club to do your homework, and then you have to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, what? I was like, mm-hmm. Because it's not fair, and I'll do that for a whole week. So you come to homework club for a week, and you'll have no games after you've done your homework. After you've done your homework, you go home. And they're like, oh, okay, miss, we will work hard, I promise. I'm like, all right. Remember, that will happen if I see even just one no homework behavior point. Unless you miss the day of school, then that's fine.
I
But
can't
I can
knock.
check
I can't knock you off for missing a day.
yeah, but I will check your attendance record. And like, miss, stop scaring us. And I was like, well, we gotta take school seriously, guys. We gotta take it seriously. So use this
Right.
club as a good resource. We've got 2 teachers here who are amazing. I want to see you succeed. And they're like, oh, yeah, okay, miss, that makes sense. We do have to worry about GCSEs in a year or so. And I was like, not in a year, guys, in like 3 years. But yeah, you still gotta worry about GCSEs.
I like how they just worry about it now.
Some of them are, and that's kind of funny. Even some year eights are like, oh my god, miss, I don't know what to do for a career. How am I supposed to focus on GCSEs? And I'm like, guys, oh, you got a year or two to figure it out. It's okay. Take a deep breath. Enjoy being a kid for now.
Promise you don't want to be an adult yet.
Being an adult is ass. I mean, what?
It's ass. Like, you're not wrong.
It's ass. So yeah, so homework club's been kind of like my way of like checking in on students, being like, hey, how's it going? Doing okay?
It's basically your true interaction with them.
Yeah, which has been nice. Exhausting, but nice.
Aww.
Because coming to work 8 to 5, 3 days a week is just exhausting. Actually, technically 4 days a week, because PD, I have PD every Monday, and I stay at school till 5.
Doing kind of nothing.
Basically nothing, because professional development, those sessions have been bullshit to me, so. Yeah, good times. Work is fun. We have to do mandatory things that don't apply to you. That's great.
That's great.
Yeah, other things that have happened, I guess, since the last time I've been on this silly little show. I've traveled.
You did. Oh shit! I broke my trailer. Fuck me.
Wow, GG, lovely.
Sorry.
Yeah. I've traveled. I don't remember the last time we did a truck and talk Thursday.
I think we might have. I think we talked about Brussels.
Okay.
I don't think we talked about Bath or your big Christmas trip. Definitely.
Oh boy. Okay.
Good morning.
Morning.
Let me just look at
More like good night soon.
Yeah.
In like a couple hours, but so I've traveled because I'm in Europe and it's great, and I need to do as much traveling as I can before Brexit.
Before the big Brexit. Yeah. Okay. Okay, nice.
Yeah, I guess Brexit is gonna break everything.
Oh boy.
So I've been doing a lot of traveling, and so, like Girl has mentioned, I've been to Bath. It was during October. No, It was during like a long weekend. For some reason, my school had a long weekend, where we got like the Friday off, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I went down to the area of Bath, England. And if you don't know anything about Bath, well, it's where the oldest Roman baths have existed and still exist to this
I
day
was about to say it's where you
in
take a
Europe.
bath.
No. Um, but no, like Roman baths, so like the spa, like that kind of
Yeah.
thing. And it's the oldest system in Europe, or on the whole entire island, I guess, in the United Kingdom. So
Damn.
yeah, so I got to go down there and enjoy it. And oh, Bath is such a beautiful city. It sounds like a weird place to go to, but honestly, I recommend it because it's so stunning. The buildings are all like Victorian and Edwardian structure. Like it's just
Ooh.
beautiful,
All the
and
old
it is
structures.
amazing. Lots of pretty architecture and lots of cute little like side streets and parks, and it was just amazing.
Time to get
And
lost.
and honestly, Bath would be a really good place to go shopping because they have a really big like shopping center. Well, not really like your traditional like North American center, like a big mall.
Right.
But it's like it's like a little like street market where like all the
Ah, the Market Street.
kind of like where you go, like it's called Southgate Center, but it's like the center of Bath where like all the shopping and stores are, and restaurants and pubs and stuff is.
Basically
So
the main street.
yeah, kind of. Except for it's not just one street; it's lots of little mini streets that all connect
Ah, I
together.
see. Okay.
Um, but yeah, Bath was beautiful, and during that weekend, I actually also got to venture out to Stonehenge.
Ooh.
So I got
Which,
to see one of the seven wonders of the world.
that's saying something.
Um, mm-hmm. And it was actually amazing. It was really, really windy and kind of chilly,
Thank
but
you,
it was
England.
like sunny and amazing. It wasn't raining for once. It rained the entire rest of the weekend. But when I went to Stonehenge, it wasn't. So it's kind of perfect. So I got to take some amazing photos and just kind of like being near the Neolithic structures was amazing. And kind of like reading about all the conspiracy theories about like how did these stones get here? Why are they built the way they're built? Is it because of the solstice or is it because of something else? No, 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 no,
Aliens!
no.
Anyways.
Yeah. Yes. Um, so yeah, the only thing that kind of sucks, and I kind of wish I went to Stonehenge a few years before, is that we couldn't go up and actually touch the rocks.
Oh, I see.
It was barricaded away because people were like graffiti, like putting graffiti on it and writing on the stones, and it wasn't good.
You gotta
So
preserve
yeah,
it such way.
but Stonehenge is really cool because it's not just Stonehenge, like the stones. There's like burial mounds all around it. There's like a couple other like walking paths that I would have went down to go and see like Woodhenge and a couple other things, but
Interesting.
it was just too cold.
I don't want to go too far in places where I would freeze.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Plus, if I would have been late and I would have missed the last bus back to Salisbury. So that
Oh,
would have been bad.
well, yeah, that would have been pretty bad.
Yeah, I'd be like, how the fuck am I gonna get back to Salisbury?
You just don't.
Interesting.
You just
Um,
don't.
because Stonehenge is like quite far away from, well, not too far away, like 30 minutes away from Salisbury. So like I can't walk that.
That's gonna be painful.
hmm But yeah, now you can still see other like really cool things right around that area. So really, really amazing, really, really worth it, and just oh, it was so good. So yeah, I did that trip, and it was cool. In Bath, I got to see like all the different houses that Jane, no, not Jane. Fuck.
Shit.
Why can't I remember this right now? Oh no, guys, my brain.
I'm trying
Oh
to
yeah,
remember.
Jane Austen.
Yeah. Okay.
All the places where Jane Austen lived. Although one of her homes is not part of the museum anymore, it's a dentist office, which is rude. Um,
Come here,
but
dentist. I don't want you to take this house away.
but I got to go to the Jane Austen Center and learn about Jane Austen's very short life, unfortunately, but how she wrote so many books
Mm-hmm.
and how most of her books are based off of the city of Bath, and it's like, oh, that's so amazing. Um, yeah, and then we did a lot of shopping and Christmas markets and drank a lot of mulled wine
Oh boy.
because instead of hot chocolate in markets and things like that, it's mulled wine. So I appreciate it, and it was great. And there's one time where I did get maybe a little too drunk, but it's fine.
It's okay. You're a full-grown adult. You can do this without
Hmm.
any repercussions, hopefully.
No, there was just the only one funny story where I decided to have mulled wine. Did a lot of walking around. I had like maybe three or four,
Mhm.
and then I went to a pub for dinner and to watch a Man United game.
Oh
Because
boy.
football, and that's coming back to my life hardcore. And I've got some students that I like to pick at them a little bit because Man United beat Arsenal the other day, which is a London club. So Manchester, of course, Manchester United against a London club like Arsenal. So I'm living in London,
Mhm.
so I get to pick fun of them like, "Oh, guys, I'm so sorry, but your FA Cup loss. You're never gonna win a trophy, are you?"
Oh
So I get to
wow.
poke fun at them, and it's so much fun. Um,
Sounds so
and then they
terrible.
all and then they always went by like, yeah, yeah, but miss, Chelsea's gonna whoop them. They're gonna destroy United. I'm like, I don't think so. I mean, we beat Arsenal and Tottenham, so I'm just saying, both London teams eat shit. Well, I say that in my head, but I'm just like, yep,
Heap shit.
we got this, we got this. So yeah, football's be coming back in my life. But then I had a few drinks there because I decided to play. Not only did I have mulled wine that day, like three or four of them, I also decided to do a drinking game for the Man United.
Oh my lord.
Okay, because this was back when we had Mourinho as coach, which he sucks. Um, and we were losing a lot of games, and I was like, oh great, I'm just very drunk. So I paid for food, managed to somehow pay for food. Then I stumbled out of the pub, walked up to my hostel, which had this nice little outdoor courtyard, like private area, and I flopped on a bench and stared at the sky, and I was like, ooh, stars.
Ooh.
But yeah, I literally just laid down on the bench for like 20 minutes and was just
In
staring at the
public.
sky. And I was like, I feel like I'm floating.
It didn't
Yes.
sound like you got drugged. You sound like you got high.
No, no, it was just a special kind of drunk.
Okay. I was like about to say, it's like, damn.
Yep. So I just kind of laid on the bench and then I was just like, ugh, because I felt really like, I was at that point of like tipsy where I was like almost too tipsy, where
Right.
everything felt like it was
Oh
groovy,
no.
but it wasn't.
I mean, at least you're only like bold-faced drunk, blood-faced drunk. There it is.
No. And then I was just like, okay, and now I'm cold. Yeah, it is cold. I'm cold. And then I went back into the hostel. So, yeah, I mean, I did have one moment where I was like, oops, too much mulled wine and other drinks. Whoops.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. So Bath and Stonehenge was amazing. And Salisbury. Salisbury was a cute little town. It used to be a canal city, but now it's not, and it's weird. But anyway.
Well then.
And apparently it's a very haunted kind of city, so if you were into like haunted tours and scary things, then that's the city for you.
Oh, ain't that beautiful?
Yep. So that was that trip. So I've been down there, so still in England. Those two places. Yes, Stonehenge is in England, for those of you that didn't know. Um, yeah, I went to that, and then like we said before, I also got to travel to Spain.
Mm-hmm.
I did that over my winter break here, and I was gone for 11 freaking days.
11 days, including Christmas and New Year's.
Mm-hmm. So I spent the first few days in Barcelona, España, and I fell in love with the city more, and I fell in love with the city everywhere I go, let's be honest.
I mean, who doesn't when they go to a new place?
Yeah, right? But Barcelona kind of like captured my heart because I did some really cool shit in Barcelona.
Ooh.
One of the biggest highlights for me in Barcelona was to take a cable car up a freaking like mountain, up like a cliffside, all the way up to a castle.
Dang.
And it's right on the ocean front, like on the ocean side. So I got to see the entire coast. Just kind of like taking the cable car up there and walking around the castle grounds.
Ooh.
And just seeing like the navy and like the import and export and like the just ships for days.
See all things from a
So
vantage point.
beautiful. And like you can look down and see like the park that's kind of like underneath the castle. Like, oh, it was like the most prettiest thing that I could have ever seen.
Aww.
and I loved it so much. Another thing I got to do in Barcelona, because I'm a really big soccer/football fan, and I got to go see Camp Nou, the stadium, the biggest stadium in all of Europe.
Ooh.
And it was really magical and pretty, and seeing all the trophies and reading the history, and then seeing all of Lionel Messi's rewards and things really up close. I wish I could have touched them, but I couldn't because they were in glass cases. And then getting to be right on pitch, like right on the pitch side, and seeing where the dugouts are for like the teams and the coach, and where the referees be, and the goalpost and the field and the pitch. It was amazing.
It's just basically everything and everything. It'd be like, ooh.
And it was just amazing. And fun fact, the Camp Nou actually has a little chapel.
Ooh.
Yeah, like a little church. It's right down the tunnel as teams leave or go out on the pitch. There's like a little chapel, but besides that, some players take time to go and do a little prayer.
Oh, wow.
So it's one of the only stadiums in Europe that has that.
Just so you could be praying for the good luck and the good game.
Yeah, and any other tradition or any kind of thing that you need to do before a game.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's really cool, really pretty stadium. The city itself is just stunning because Barcelona was a birthplace to many amazing great artists and architects. So Gaudi, being an architect, his buildings are super unique and cool, and I got to see them all, and it was really neat. And we had a very interesting designs, I guess. And then Picasso's everywhere because
Yes.
Pablo Picasso was born in Barcelona.
All the fun arts and stuff.
So all the art, like, it's just anywhere you go in Europe is artsy fartsy.
Basically, though, you're not wrong. If you're an art history buff, oh my god, you're gonna have a fun time.
If you're a history buff in general, like, you're gonna love it. So.
That's true.
And for me, I'm a history buff, so it's interesting. Another thing that I noticed in any city I went in Spain, because back in North America, we have monuments and things like that to celebrate the European history that's kind of a part of North American history.
Right.
So, like, the settlers, the pioneers, hell, we have Thanksgiving. It's kind of the opposite over in Europe. So in Spain especially, this is the most I've seen. In Barcelona, yeah, anywhere. Barcelona, Malaga, Granada, and Madrid, the 4 cities I went to, they had monuments to, like, discovering of North America and South America. So there would be, like, monuments to, like, the discovery of Americas and all that kind of thing all over the place.
All the advancements.
And there'd be these, like, maybe, like, these statues and, like, these, I don't know what they're called. I don't remember. Like, these panels and, like, these statues that would show, like, them discovering people and liberating people, because I mean that's what they believed in, was that they were coming over to North America to save us from the savages, all that kind of shit. The savages, the natives there, and how we made them civilized, and we were the heroes, blah blah blah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yep, that's what their perspective is. Although there are still some monuments that are like shows the many deaths that have occurred.
Right.
So there's also that. But yeah, everywhere I go is like about the discovery of Americas. So not just North America, but also South America, because Spain had a big thing in South America. Which a lot of countries, from what I gathered in South America, are glad that they are not part of Spain anymore, which is interesting and history and fun. History and fun. So yeah, that was one thing. So yes, I went to Barcelona, fell in love with it. That was where I was for Christmas Day.
Aww.
And my hostel was amazing because we had a big Christmas lunch.
That's still cool for a hostel to do that, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, we want you to be social with everyone around here. So for Christmas Day, have a lunch with us.
Yeah, and on, like, for example, that Christmas Day, I was at the very end of the table with a bunch of people, and I sat by 2 people from Siberia, 1 person from Argentina, another Canadian who's from the same city that I'm from.
That's still cool.
2 other Canadians from fucking Ontario. Sorry, love you, Ontario. And then I was by someone from Spain and 2 girls from Brazil.
Wow.
So we had a whole mixture of just people from different places. And can I just I have gone on a tangent here a little bit. I Europe and other places that I've been to, I want to apologize on all the arrogant and ignorant North Americans that come visit you, because holy shit.
Dang.
Because I've seen a lot of bullshit in Spain when it came to Canadians and Americans, where people demanded that they must be spoken to in English because they knew it and it should be the universal language, and it was just arrogant bullshit. And then like even just some of the hand gestures that they would use to try to communicate was just like cringy. You got to one point where this one guy was the other Canadian at the table, not the one from my city, but the other one's from Ontario. They were trying to like gesture to the one Spanish guy beside me, saying to like, oh, if you use your hands to eat, it's easier. So like, could you imagine trying to gesture that?
Oh boy.
They looked like monsters, I'm not gonna lie, because they're like, eat with hands. And the guy's just like, what? And I just like leaned over because I knew Spanish pretty well.
Right.
And I'm like, es muy fácil para usar sus manos para comer. And he's just like, muchas gracias. And I literally just said, like, it's easier for you to like use your hands to eat. And then he just was like, oh, thank you so much. And I was just like,
there it is.
I just facepalmed so hard. I was just like, I can't deal with North Americans anymore.
I can't deal with my own kind.
So then on Boxing Day, of all days, I got up very, very early in the morning and I made it to the bus station in Barcelona. It's actually pretty easy to get to. It was just like a nice like 20-minute walk from my hostel.
Okay, see, that's not that bad. At least you're just staying in a city center, so you're not that.
I was on the La Rambla, which is basically like the Strip in Vegas, but more fancier and like 18th century architecture. So
and no casinos.
No casinos, just a lot of tapa bars and operas and theaters and restaurants. Yeah.
And the fun
and
stuff.
betting places, because betting is big over here.
Yeah, I heard about that, and also
and
like
cafes.
how they like to do their like big old like year-end lottery and such and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's what they were doing. That was advertised everywhere, and people tried to get me to buy tickets, and I was like, no. I was like, I'm a visitor.
I will be there to redeem it.
Estoy turista. Like I am a tourist. So yeah, it was interesting. But yeah, so then I made my way to the bus station, got there for like 6:30 in the morning.
Oh boy, so early.
Because I caught my coach at 7 o'clock in the morning and left Barcelona to Granada. Now, how long of a bus journey was it? Well, it was a 13-hour bus ride.
Oh, fun.
But it was the most amazing 13-hour bus ride because literally for about 9 hours we were just driving all along the Spanish coast.
Dang.
So from Barcelona to Valencia, and we were just kind of driving right along the coast, so I got to see the mountains and the ocean right beside me.
You just basically see everything.
So it was stunning. I got to see a lot of eastern Spain. At least the coast. So we had stops in Valencia. So we stopped in Valencia University, and it was a beautiful area of the city. Because there was like surrounded by parks, and like there was a river and some bridges, and it was just it was so pretty. Stopped in Valencia for a little break, and then we went down to what was next? Alicante? Was that? No, not quite. I gotta look at a map of Spain. One moment. Because I'm a derp.
Trying to remember which way you went.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which way, because I know I was like Valencia, Alicante, Benidorm, Murcia, Granada? That sounds about right. No, so Valencia, Benidorm, Alicante, Murcia, then Granada.
Then Granada.
So basically, if you guys pull up a map of Spain with me, I literally traveled along the entire coast of Spain, all the way until Murcia, and then we went inland to Granada. Yes, and so that's where I ended up was Granada. And now Granada, unfortunately, was a bit of like a bitter kind of trip,
Mm-hmm.
bitter part of my trip, because when I got to Granada, I realized that transportation there wasn't easy.
Oh.
Um, Daryl, you should remember this. Uh, because like there was no like
Yeah.
proper maps or sites or anything like that for transportation, like public transportation, like the busing
Right.
and things like that. And
I remember you telling me that.
my hostel was in a place that didn't really touch the metro or anything really nearby. So like I had to really try to figure out how to get there, and I got
Mm-hmm.
lost. And it was the first time really in Spain that culture shock hit me hard.
Aw, because of all the things.
So, because I spent that first evening in Granada quite upset. And then the next day, I was leaving in the afternoon back to Malaga. So I was just like, I don't have much time to really do anything. But I did end up going to the Alhambra.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a fortified hilltop Moorish complex. It's like a big fancy castle in Granada.
Ooh.
And but when I got there, tickets were sold out.
Aw. Damn.
Because they have a buy online system now. So I mean, I'm glad that their ticket system's modern, but nothing else.
No on-site ticketing.
Yeah, nope. So I couldn't actually go in, but I got to see it, kind of. And then I just literally took the bus back down to the city center of Granada, and I walked around central Granada until I got back to the bus station to go to Malaga. And honestly, Granada's really pretty.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Um, I didn't get to see a lot of the Fernando Garcia Lorca stuff because he's a very famous Spanish poet. He's the one that brought the Japanese haiku to Spain.
Hmm.
Um, so I didn't get to see a lot of his stuff, unfortunately, but I got to see a lot of like little mini town squares and little markets, and it was actually really pretty. And I got to see a church, quite nice big cathedral, and so Granada was beautiful. I just it's kind of a bad time,
Would you want to go back
unfortunately.
there? Try to redeem yourself?
I probably would want to go back, yeah, because I just feel bad that I left
Right.
it the way I did,
It left a
and I
sour
had such a bad
taste.
time.
Could have been better.
Yeah, exactly. Then I move over to Malaga, which is really close to Granada. It's like a couple hours away, and Malaga is back on the coast, so I got to go see the southern coast of Spain.
Oh boy.
And Malaga is fucking amazing. Honestly, in Malaga, I just walked everywhere, because it was just anywhere you walked was kind of like open air, and like it was just like lots of I don't know. It's just a little hard to describe. It's just really pretty.
Right.
Um, and my hostel is kind of like, speaking of culture shock and being lost forever, my hostel in Malaga was really hard to find.
Oh wait, was this the one where you had to go to the pharmacy and try to get help?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
this was the one after me arriving and walking for about 30 minutes to get to basically the port, one of the main areas of the port. And I was like, oh my god, I got to see the port and the big bus station there for the whole of Malaga, basically. Um, it's a big kind of public transportation station,
Mm-hmm.
and got to see like the Ferris wheel and kind of like little bits and pieces of things that I was gonna see in the morning. Um, I was like, okay, I gotta find my hostel, so I ordered an Uber, and unfortunately, when I was in the Uber, my phone died, and I was like, oh
Oh.
fuck, this is gonna be awful. But I was like, whatever, it's fine. And then we parked, and he's just like, all right, your hostel should be just down over here. I was like, okay. So then I got out with all my stuff, and I tried to walk down where he pointed, and I couldn't find it.
Hmm.
No signs to anything or anywhere. So I started to panic, and I was like, okay, well, it's kind of late, and I want to go in and rest and like, sleep. But my phone's dead. I don't know where to go. I don't know who to call, and I don't know how to call, and I don't know. I don't know. So I tried asking locals with the most broken Spanish that I could, if they've ever heard of this hostel, and they're like, no, we don't have that. We just have an apartment complex. But that's it. And I was like, okay, weird. So me in the moment was like, my funds are kind of getting low.
Mm-hmm.
I need to be careful about money, but I'm gonna go into this little like cafe bar and just kind of see if they have an outlet. And lucky enough, they did. They had an outlet, so I was able to charge my laptop and my phone. When my phone got to a high enough charge, I called the hostel going, where are you guys? And the guy instructed to me in Spanish, like, go to the pharmacy, talk to the lady, she'll guide you up.
Mhm.
I was like, okay. So then, after I charged my phone for a bit, paid for a couple of beers and food. Hi. Um,
Damn.
I walked back up and I walked to the pharmacy and they're like, oh my goodness, yes, no, we'll take you right there. And they led me to the apartment and the hostel was in this apartment complex and it was like literally only the third floor
Huh.
of this like little apartment building. So like not advertised anywhere and it's just like a nightmare to get to. But I made it and it was okay. And then the morning happened, I got up early, ran ran downstairs and then I had some breakfast and I just walked down Malaga and in Malaga I got to see like I got to see some really pretty shit.
Nice.
Just got to see some really pretty shit. I didn't get to go to the Picasso Museum because unfortunately a lot of things were closed because of the holidays.
Right.
Um, but I did get to see if my map will fucking let me. Because it's right down here. Where is it? 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 I got to see the Alcazaba, which is kind of like the Alhambra. That's like a medieval castle palace with sea views.
Ooh.
That's like up on this like mountaintop, or not really mountaintop, but hilltop. Like a really nice hilltop castle that leads down to like a theater, like an open air Roman style theater.
Mhm.
And it was really fucking pretty. And then I just kind of spent the way walking through the streets, and there's a huge, huge park. Park and garden. It's park. It's called. There's technically two different kinds of parks. There's the gardens. There's like little mini gardens, and then there's like a park, and then there's a street, and then there's another big park and walkway, and then you're right at the port.
Dang.
And so I spent the whole day walking through the park and going around the port and just seeing a bunch of ships in the harbor and like walking and all the tourists kind of hopping on the boats and going on like a boat city tour of Malaga and like all that kind of fun stuff. And then I got some food because I was like, I'm fucking hungry. Got some food and walked around and got to see all the shopping. And then I walked up to the very end of the pier, basically where the lighthouse was.
Mhm.
And then I walked up, saw the lighthouse, took a bunch of photos, and right behind the lighthouse was the beach.
Ooh.
So I got to see the ocean and the beach, and it was so pretty. And we actually got to see the military do practice rescue missions.
Huh.
That
That
was
must have
kind of
been
cool.
fun.
That was really cool. There's a lot of people just standing on the beach watching.
That's like,
Nobody
what?
was swimming because it was cold for Spain, but it was actually
Right.
really warm for me. It was like plus like 19 degrees Celsius.
So basically, and we're short mode.
Basically like 70 Fahrenheit almost.
That's actually warm enough to go short mode.
Mm-hmm. So it was really, really fucking nice. Beautiful in Malaga. I loved it so much. I don't think I'll go back to Malaga. I just really enjoyed the bits that I saw, and I think I'm
Right.
okay.
It was worthy enough. You don't have to do it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then the last leg of my trip was in good old Madrid, the capital city of Spain.
Oh boy. Big one, huh?
No.
Basically the big one? Or who's bigger?
Oh gosh, I don't know what's bigger. Spain is an interesting country because we don't like to have comparisons because that will
Right.
start wars.
Yeah.
Spanish history, guys, is intense. Just saying. But in Madrid, no, Madrid was an interesting city because it was really pretty and I liked the architecture, but there's only like certain things I wanted to see and then that's it.
Mhm.
Which probably sounds really bad, but I don't know. Madrid was sort of a city that was like, the history makes me want to hate it, but it's a city that I actually kind of really loved when I was there. Um, it just made me fall in love with it. So my hostel was like right in the center of Madrid,
Right.
like central Madrid, perfect place. Because I was close to everything that I really wanted to see. I think I had to go far away to see the Plaza de Toros, so like the bullfighting plaza.
Mhm.
I had to go far for that, and I had to go far to see Real Madrid Stadium, which you guys have probably heard me talk about Barcelona. And I was like, how dare you go see like Real Madrid Stadium if you fell in love with like FC Barcelona Stadium? Those two are rivals, blah 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 blah. Well, okay, listen up, right? I didn't go into the stadium. I just literally was across the street, took some pictures, and then left. Okay? So I didn't go in, I didn't touch it, I didn't curse it or anything like that. I didn't curse Barcelona's good luck. So none of that weird superstition shit. Anywho,
Whatever you do, just don't kill her.
don't hate me, okay? I was in Madrid. I had to go. Um, but the places that I really fell in love with in Madrid was the Retiro Park. Now, this Retiro Park is like, I don't know how to even describe it. It sort of reminds me of like Central Park in New York, even though I've never been, but I just assume it's similar-ish. Because it's a huge, huge park that literally, I took a full day walking around this park.
Nice.
Um,
It's always fun
because
walking
in
around
this
parks.
But it's so nice, and there's like lots of entertainment, like entertainment. I don't know where that twang came from, but it did. There's lots of entertainment because there's lots of like street performers and musicians and just people wearing weird costumes. Like I'm pretty sure I saw an old lady wearing a Dora the Explorer costume, but you know, whatever.
Okay, you did tell me that.
Oh, so, yeah.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
You charge to get a photo with Dora the Explorer. I think there's Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse and Goofy.
Okay, see, those make
well,
sense.
like-
When you try to cosplay as Dora the Explorer, I question it very heavily.
Yeah, there's other things like that too, but it was weird. But the music was lovely, and all throughout this park though, why I love it so much is that each of the little like roadways is like named after a country that Spain has like invaded or took over.
Well then.
Yeah. So there was even a Filipino avenue. There's like Argentina Avenue, Uruguay, Ecuador, like all like the Spanish-speaking countries, like
All the countries they named.
Things. Basically. So it was just kind of neat to walk through it, and there's also like religious things, of course, because Spain was very heavy Catholic, so.
Which makes sense.
Mhm.
Blame the Crusade for that. I think it's the Crusade. I don't remember.
The Spanish Inquisition. Okay. But anyway, Retiro Park is just an absolute beautiful fucking place. And, it was just really, really nice. And I had some tapas there, because I was in Spain. I had to have some tapas. And then there's the big statue of Retiro in the center, like by this, like, little lake in the middle of this park. And that statue actually is, like, what can I say about it? That statue is the one, like a gift from all the Americas and how Spain discovered it, that kind of thing. So again, history is everywhere. So I spent a whole day in Retiro Park because it was just beautiful, and there's so many statues and history things to read, and it was really, really great. Then I went all the way up to the Plaza del Toros and the next day, and that was actually really fun. Because it was like this giant building, like giant beautiful brick building with open windows, so no glass or anything like that.
Ooh.
With like lots of like little statues of like bullfighters and like the first bullfighter winner of Spain and all that kind of thing all around it. And then like the way it is, it's kind of like up on a hill. Because one thing you need to know about Spain, it's very hilly. Very hilly.
It ain't no flat land. It's very, yeah.
Yeah, very, very thing. And it has lots of orange trees. I think orange must be their national fruit or something, I swear to God, because there's a lot of oranges.
I mean, it sounds about right within the area because warm-ish.
Yeah. So I went to the bullfighting rink, and I couldn't go in because it's closed for the season. But it was still, like, really neat to see because it's just huge, and it was, like, on this hill, and you can, like, look down onto Madrid. So it was really, really pretty, and I love that. And yeah, I went to the Real Madrid Stadium, so I got to see the Santiago Bernabeu, and it was really big and kind of neat, actually, because across the street from the stadium, from, like, all the parking, there's, like, all these benches you can sit on and relax, like, after the game and just chill.
Right.
And all the benches was like um, had a country to it. So each
Huh.
bench had a different country, and it's like all the different like European or different world countries that have played in that stadium.
Right.
I could not find Canada or America, so rude. But I did see like Argentina, Peru, Brazil, England, Scotland, Ireland, Northern Ireland. No Wales, because that's weird. Um, okay, Wales, poor Wales. France, Germany, like a bunch of different countries. So it's kind of neat. Um, the other thing that I got to see in Madrid was the Grand Palace of Madrid. So it's really huge, beautiful palace, and like this amazing like garden fountain park right near it. It was just so pretty. And along there, I got to see like another St. Paul's church because St. Paul is just, St. Paul, like, damn, he's
Mm-hmm.
big. Damn, he big. um,
Yeah, sounds alright.
so I got to see the Grand Palace of Madrid, which was stunning. A lot of parks, a lot of little plaza squares. Got to see Plaza del Sol, which is where New Year's Eve happened. And yes, I did go to New Year's Eve, even though I was starting to feel ill. And that will be
Aww.
part of my story, don't worry. Um, but yeah, I went to Plaza del Sol and Plaza Mayor. So these are really two big market areas, like market squares. And in Plaza Mayor, they actually had that Christmas market still going on.
Really?
Mhm.
Even after
And it was
Christmas?
the last day. And it was the
Oh,
last
I see.
day. So instead of having a lot of like Christmas decorations, they also had some New Year's things in there. So I bought some Feliz Año Nuevo headphone, not headphones, not headset, headband. There we go.
We're going across the
Oh,
board with whatever what they are.
yeah. Got like a little headband that said Feliz Año Nuevo, which is Happy New Year in Spanish.
Aww.
So I was ready for the evening. Um, and Plaza Mayor was really cool, and they had like this building in Plaza Mayor that was just filled with like biblical, like biblical scenes, and I was just like, damn, religion, yo.
Hey, there's some things you gotta admire even if you don't really celebrate a religion in a way.
Yeah, no, that was like it was like beautiful, and I was just like, oh my goodness, like you almost wanted to like I like had to stare at that building for so long to like recognize anything because I don't read the Bible too much and I'm not
Aww.
that religious, but I was just like, oh hey, there's Jesus on the cross. Okay, yep, know that one. Uh, so
You know the big
it
one.
was yeah, there's that. So it was interesting to kind of see it, but it's just really really beautiful. Um, then I got to go to the big sand. Oh, I'm not gonna remember it. Oh, what's it called? Oh, the Mercado de San Miguel, which is like this big like indoor market. And it's all for like food.
Ooh.
So like restaurants and those kinds of things were all like in there, like big food and selling like actual like tapas and cheeses and breads and
Ooh,
meats and
delicious.
wine and alcohol. Like it was really fancy and really pretty. Um,
Damn.
so that's something that if you look up Spain and what to do in Madrid, that will pop up. So I did that and I went there. I didn't buy anything, but it's okay.
Aww.
Because I didn't really have money when I got to Madrid. It's fine. I survived. I had maybe like 2 meals a day. It was all good.
That's basically
Uh,
what you need.
yeah, just basically enough to survive. Although my meals may be questionable, but anyway.
We won't
Um,
question it here. You can ask her personally if you want to.
you can at me on Twitter.
Or DM her on Twitter better.
Not at me. It's fun. Um,
There it is.
it's but yeah, the New Year's Eve happened, and I was getting to the point of the trip where I was traveling so much, and I was just kind of like go, 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 and I didn't really have a break.
Right.
And I started to feel kind of like sore throat and stuffy, and I was like, no, fuck this shit. I can't get sick. I need to go out New Year's Eve, and I need to go out to midnight because I'm in Madrid, and I wanted to go, and I need to see the fireworks, and I need to see how they celebrate. So I forced myself to go out despite feeling kind of bleh.
I told her to bundle up.
Um, yeah, he made me wear layers, and I felt like I was a fucking little Fuji marshmallow.
At least you were warm.
Yeah, and he said I looked cute.
No. Yeah.
That's what he said, and I was like,
There it is. There it is.
but my hostel was kind of right by the Plaza del Sol, and that's kind of like the big party. square of the entire Madrid. The entire Madrid.
Entire Madrid.
So I got there early, and I was just kind of like counting down like crazy, and I was like watching my phone battery like slowly drain. I was like, no, 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 no. And the only shitty part was that like right when it came to midnight, my phone like had no service.
Oh.
None whatsoever. And I was like, no, I can't wish my friends Happy New Year from Spain. I have to wait till I get to the hostel, and that's bullshit. So it's kind of sad, but I was like,
It's
at the same time, I wasn't.
It's down.
Because I was just surrounded by like so many like drunk, happy, hyper people.
There it is.
And when it hit midnight, there's a challenge. So I didn't explain this yet, but in Spain there is a tradition where you need to eat 12 grapes along with the 12 bongs at midnight. So the funny part about it is I kind of started too early because I thought like the one bong that I heard was like the start of it, so I was like, oh great, and then I realized, oh fuck, I'm like 2 bongs too early. But I'm kind of glad I started eating the grapes when I did, because I realized that a lot of them had like the little like stems in the grape.
Oh.
So I had to like eat, and like spit them out.
Thanks, Violet.
but-
I needed that noise right there.
But your girl ate all her 12 grapes, so I'm happy.
Hey.
And basically, this tradition means that if you can do this, you're gonna have a good and prosperous year. So,
Aw.
I don't know what it means if I ate early and still finished. I don't know, but hopefully it means good things.
Cross all the fingers.
And then all the fireworks happened, and it was freaking amazing. And people were like screaming and celebrating like crazy, and a lot of people were making out.
I mean, as usual for New Year's, you always make out at New Year's.
Yeah, and a lot of people were drinking and had their own champagne, and it was just getting to be a mess.
There it is.
And I basically stayed for a lot of the fireworks, and it was kind of cool because in Plaza del Sol, I have to sneeze, so I'm like, am I gonna sneeze right now? Nope. Okay. In Plaza del Sol, they actually had like this like electronic thing. Oh my god, I can't even speak. Like projection onto like one of the buildings.
Oh, okay.
And it was kind of like celebrating all the big things that happened in Spain that year.
Aww.
And it was so funny because as I was walking away to go back to the hostel, I literally heard a big boo from like everyone in Plaza del Sol because they celebrated that FC Barcelona won the cup.
Boo! There it is.
I died so hard.
There it is.
Oh, it made me laugh so much. Oh, it was so great.
What are they booing about? Ah!
But like, yeah, I turned back around and was just like, FC Barcelona wins the La Liga. Or well, it was actually like FC Barcelona gana La Liga because it's Espanol. And I was just like, yes! And then I realized I was in Spain. I was like, oh, boo.
Good, wait, okay, wait.
Secretly celebrating.
Let me just go boo and then just like small cheer. Yay!
Exactly. And then yeah, I went back to the hostel and I was like wired and wide awake, and then boom, I got hit with a cough, and I was like, oh, here we go.
Well, there it is.
Guess who's sick again? Guess who's sick again for the 3rd time in 2 months? Me.
Aww.
So stupid. But woke up in the morning after New Year's and I'm like, happy 2019.
Happy 2019. Death.
Death. I literally spent the whole day in bed.
Aww.
That's how I spent January 1st, guys. In bed. Just dying. I only went out to get a sandwich and then came back.
That's it?
Right back to bed. But then on the 2nd, I was like, oh, I gotta force myself to get out. I'm in Madrid. I can't do this because on the 2nd of January, it was like my last full day in Spain.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, I gotta get out. Alright. And I kind of forced myself to go for a walk. And I walked down oh god, it's a really big street. It's very importante, and I don't remember where it is because my brain is really
But was it close by
bleh.
the hostel?
It was. Because I just couldn't. Oh, I could not walk very far. I was so sick.
Right. Aww.
I don't remember the street. It was like a big street though. Calle Gran or Gran Via? Gran Via!
Gran Via, there we go.
There we go, Gran Via. So I walked kind of around Gran Via and I got to see like the Bank of Spain. as I'm dying. Gonna see the Bank of Spain, the house, the American house, which isn't the house of like the American embassy. It's just literally like Casa de America.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, guys. Speaking of me dying in Spain, I'm dying right now.
Dying all the time.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh no, it's like a tickle in my throat. 1 second.
Alright. I don't know where I'm going with this. I can't think of any music in my in the background. And this is where Dragan dies of coughing for a little bit. If she has her earbuds, I kind of feel sad that she's hearing me trying to commentate over the mute of coughing. The sounds of coughing. There we go. If you need to cough right now, please cough right now.
You're really bad at this.
I know I am. That's like, wait, I have to say something during this. How do I do? Hello.
Yeah, great. Hi, that was a really, really bad tickle in my throat. Sorry, guys.
No worries.
Yeah. So yeah, I walked down Gran Via, saw Bank of Spain, which is really pretty, the House of America, which is really weird, but kind of pretty. Just saying.
Good enough.
And then on the edge of Gran Via, there's this really pretty like angel statue, like on a domed kind of like black building, and it was really, really pretty. It was cool.
Ooh.
And then I walked down like a little fountain park, and it got to be like about 30-minute walk away, and then I had to sit down because I'm like, I feel very dizzy.
Let's just take it easy now. The last thing you need to do is faint in Madrid.
Yeah, no. So then I like sat down near the fountains, and I was like, oh, there is more things that I want to see just further down the way, but I was like, I can't.
Right.
I can't do it. I'm way too dizzy.
Aww.
So the sickness got me good after New Year's. So then I made my way back,
Damn
sadly.
sickness, actually. I'm gonna grab gas real quick.
Yeah. So I was like, damn sadness, bleh, or damn sickness and sadness. Went back into the hostel, and then I tried to wander around a little bit more at night when I felt better, but it was just like, no, I don't want to wander too far.
Right.
Because then things might get bad or get worse, so I was like, back I go. And yeah, that was Madrid, and then I woke up in the morning, went to the airport. The airport was really confusing, but that's fine.
Oh boy, Barajas. I still like saying the name. It's
Barajas.
Madrid,
Barajas Internacional Aeropuerto. Just like the airport's just so weird, Daryl.
Is it?
Can I just and stream? It's just so weird because like it's like a big building, right? Like a big airport, of course.
Right.
And instead of like having terminals like in different sections of the building, they just divided the building into 3.
What?
So literally, the one end of the entire one end of the airport was Terminal 1, the section part was Terminal 2, and the very end part was Terminal 3.
And they're just all one big building.
Yeah, it's all one building together, just parting off into 3.
Rather than being like split into like little dongs. There it is.
Like little like stretched out parts and things, you know.
No. Wow.
So it was confusing, but I mean, I made it to my terminal. Mine was Terminal 2. And then, can I just complain that ever since Bath, anywhere I traveled, or ever since like, well, I think the only time that I didn't have a delay was when I went to Brussels. Every other trip I've taken so far has had a fucking delay.
Oh.
Yeah. So like hour and a half to Bath, hour and a half delay on my way to Bath, hour and 20-minute delay to get to Spain, and then it ended up being like an hour and a half back home from Spain. But the way back home from Spain was actually for a good reason, not for bullshit. Because it was really, really foggy and foggy and zero visibility in Lisbon.
Yeah, let's not die when taking off.
So all the planes are kind of pushed back. So when my flight back to London was Madrid to Lisbon, Lisbon to Madrid. Wait, to London.
Madrid to Lisbon, Lisbon to Madrid. Where am I going?
I don't even know. I'm going crazy. So then I had a layover in Lisbon, so Lisbon was the problem. God damn it. So needless to say, I don't like Lisbon. Unfortunately, I don't like their airport. But that's okay. I mean, Lisbon, you tried. You tried. Yeah, then I got home, and now I've been home and working since, so that's me.
Oh, and we're here today.
Huh?
And then we're here today.
And now we're here today where I am sick again, because I seem to get sick off and on every, like, fucking 5 weeks or 3 weeks. I get sick, like, every 5 weeks, and then I'm sick for, like, 3 weeks, so technically I only have, like, a 2-week break ever. Yeah, guys, I live in a place that just wants to kill me. It's okay.
London, why do you do this to me?
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta change up my routine or something.
In what ways do you mean like that? By that?
I don't know, like, just carry hand sanitizer everywhere I fucking go.
That might be smart. That actually might be smart.
Maybe even take a multivitamin or something.
Could be. Maybe you're lacking in some nutrients that you don't get in London.
I don't understand how, because I've been cooking all my own food. I rarely eat out because I can't afford it.
Maybe you just need some vitamin C in you.
Well, I eat fruit.
Shit.
Whatever.
Well, hopefully you'll figure out the cause of your London sickness one day. Can't pass you. Bitch, move faster.
So yeah, living in Europe is really, really cool and really, really fun. The work part of it is really, really stressful, and my future at work is still in question. So, boom.
But at least you're having a fun time so far in Europe.
Yes, I am. Next break is February long weekend, or not long weekend, February half term, and I'm not planning on traveling too much, but I plan on maybe doing a couple of day trips.
Ooh.
Around England. So I might do. These are the 3 that I'm thinking of: Cambridge, Oxford.
Oxford. I was about to say, like, did you just confuse Uxbridge and Oxford?
Yeah, just combine both of them.
Yep.
Cambridge and Oxford, and well as Birmingham.
Ooh. So what are you gonna do? Visit the universities of the first 2? Maybe all 3?
Yeah, gonna go see the universities and maybe do like a little vlog or selfie. Be like, look where I'm at.
Dude, I would want to see them.
And like maybe go for like lunch and kind of chill there and then come back home.
Day trip. But hey, aren't you doing something big at the start of your half-term break?
Sure am, but since we're talking about traveling, I thought I'd talk about travel for a little bit. So traveling for February half-term, I plan on doing probably Oxford, Cambridge, and Birmingham, because Oxford and Cambridge for the big universities, of course, because everybody knows about them.
Right.
And then Birmingham for a really stupid reason.
I know the reason.
There's a Tim Hortons there.
There it is.
But I might stay overnight at Birmingham, because I might want to do a day trip up to Birmingham, spend a long time in Birmingham, and then sleep over, do a little breakfast thing in Birmingham, then go over to Stratford upon Avon, because that's the birthplace of Shakespeare.
Ooh.
And then come home to London from there. So, yeah.
I mean, Birmingham's not really that far. It's like, what, an hour away? 2?
Let's check trains.
Because it's like, I think the next big city going north from London.
It is. Why did I try to go to my Gmail when I want to go to Maps?
Mail.google.com. Help me figure out how to get to Birmingham, Mail.
Birmingham. Birmingham. Dirección is from home. Sure.
Is this still in Spanish?
Hi, I'm in I covered Spanish lesson today.
Ooh. I keep forgetting
So
today's Thursday. Holy shit.
It looks like it would be about a 2.5 hour train ride.
Oh.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Now you're gonna take a train or you're gonna take a bus?
Train. Unless it's cheaper to do bus, then I'll do bus.
I mean, you do have a third off rail card, don't you?
I do have rail off, yeah. I do have a rail card. Maybe I'll do train. Yeah. And then Stratford-upon-Avon is just like about an hour away from Birmingham.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Shakespeare's birthplace and Anne Hathaway's cottage, because Shakespeare was married to Anne Hathaway, not the Anne Hathaway you all know, but Anne Hathaway.
The other Anne Hathaway.
Yeah. It looks like a really cute little city.
Just by the name, it sounds cute.
It's Stratford-upon-Avon. And it's by the River Avon.
Yeah, fitting. Upon Avon, that makes so much sense.
Which, oddly enough, I think this river is actually quite big. Yes, it is, because I'm pretty sure it goes all the way down to Bath.
Oh.
I think. Maybe not. There was a river in Bath. I remember this. Where is Bath? There it is. Hi, Bath.
You found Biff?
It is River Avon. Holy shit.
Well,
so yeah, that river goes all the way from Stratford-upon-Avon to Bath.
Nice.
Damn, son.
Oh, there it goes.
But yeah, so there you go. Birmingham's 2.5 hours away. Stratford-upon-Avon's about an hour away from Birmingham.
Sounds like all the fun trips you're gonna have.
Mm-hmm.
That must be fun. Just one small trip.
So yeah, that's my future trips there. I got big stuff planned for April, but I'm not gonna reveal that yet, just in case it doesn't happen. So whoop. In the sense that, well, money. So we'll see.
Right. Any other things be happening in February for you?
Yes. So, the very first weekend of my half-term break is London VidCon.
Go visit her if you're somewhere in the UK area or London.
If you're going to London VidCon, you can find me at London VidCon.
You're gonna be there for 4 days, aren't you?
It's like Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, 3 days.
So Friday evening is like the big open event, and then Saturday's the full day thing, and there's a VidCon prom. And then the next day is just the last day of VidCon and closing and stuff, so yay.
It's gonna be traveling back and forth.
Yes, speaking of fucking traveling back and forth, god damn it, do you know where this fucking place is? Guys, I just want to find out London is big.
Oh, yeah. Where is it though? I don't remember if you told me.
I can just, I'm gonna pull it all up for you. Dun, 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 dun. About.
About.
Where is it? What is it? Where's the location of it? I don't remember. Why am I going all Scottish?
I don't know.
Probably because I'm surrounded by accents here. Sorry. I'm gonna stop that. It's in Excel, London. So Excel, London. There we go.
Sounds familiar.
So from home, it's right by the Thames. The Thames. The Thames.
Fuck you, car.
And if I tell you, it's like an hour and a half train ride.
Huh.
Yeah. But you're gonna be happy because I get to take the DLR.
Ooh.
I get to take the DLR.
Oh, that's why it sounds familiar. Okay.
Uh-huh. Yep.
The
So
dollar.
it's an hour and a half. So guys, it's almost worth it to go to Birmingham if you think that I'm going an hour and a half to VidCon every day. Jesus.
Jeez. Slow train ride, huh?
It's a long train ride. Basically, Metline different. I'm not telling everybody where my trip. No. But yeah, so I'll be doing 3 hours of traveling every day to go to this. But it's fine.
Aww.
I want to Metline. Oh, that means I have to leave early. That's damn Metline. Why don't you have a night tube? But anyway, that's a British rant about the things.
And stuff.
Transportation, So yes, I'm going to VidCon, and it's amazing.
Nice. You're gonna meet all the people there. There's like a lot of. I've heard the guest list. There's some pretty cool guest lists you got there.
And just to rub it in Daryl's face, because he is a fan, I'm gonna meet Rhett and Link.
Ooh.
I get to meet Rhett and Link, LD Shadow 80 and Smallish Beans, Joe Tasker and Lee Hinchcliffe, which they're actually really funny. Oh my god, watch their stuff. And then Tessa Bear, who I'm not really, I don't know who the heck that is, but I mean, sure, I'll meet her.
There's just that in that list.
Because I signed up for the meet and greet lottery, and those were the 4 things I got.
Aww.
So Rhett and Link, which is professional photos, which is cool. Same with Smallish Beans and LD Shadow Lady.
You should just randomly ask, cause I know a little bit about this. You should just randomly ask her, do you recognize me?
Because, yeah, back in 2015, oh my gosh, I met LD Shadow Lady at VidCon in America, VidCon Anaheim. So, yeah, it's been a hot 3.5 years since then.
It'd be a wonder. If, like, if she recognizes you, I'd be surprised.
I would be too. I don't think I was that memorable.
But you were hanging out with her. Or, kind of.
I met her.
Met her. Not hanging out. Wrong person.
I was hanging out with Lord Minion 777.
Who? Is that Wade dude?
Is it that Wade guy?
Wade dude. Sorry. Well, that happened. It's okay. They don't watch this. If they watch this, I'm going to be a bit surprised.
Time to tag him in this, like, what's up on YouTube?
Clip it and just like, is it that Wade dude? Wade dude. God, I can't make that sound any more stupid.
But yes, anyway, so it's been a hot minute since I've been to VidCon, but I'm excited to be here in London and get to experience it.
Yeah, I want to go to a convention again.
Daryl, you need to come to UK.
I know that first, actually.
That is very much the first thing. Because I have plans for you.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you will have plans for what you want to see too.
Potential. I don't know. I still can't think of anything at the moment.
Wow, not even like tube stations?
Don't tempt me.
Oh, Daryl, we'll go on every tube station you want.
I know. No. We're gonna go on a comprehensive tour of every major rail station in London. I'll torture you that way. I just admired all the stupid old. I'll admire the actually really good looking ones. Don't get me wrong. Because there's some.
I'm taking you to Perryville.
Perryville, huh?
Perryville is such a random station on the Central Line that you probably know nothing about, but it reminds me of like a box office movie ticket cinema place.
Wow.
Yeah.
But there's like some good architecture there. No, I want to see some good architecture.
Oh, and then you can see the confusing optical illusion that is Eastcote Station.
What?
I need to explain this, don't I?
Yeah.
So, street level, it looks very like symmetrical and boxy, because I've sent Daryl a picture of Eastcote.
Yeah.
It's like just like a little cube on top of like a rectangle. Like it's just very straight and kind of like right along the street. This is the weird part though. You go down to the platform level, you look back, and the box cube that's lined up with the building at the front is actually crooked.
Yeah.
It's like actually like in a diamond shape.
Why?
And my brain, Daryl, cannot wrap around how the fuck that works.
Did they just put a magical extension or something? Be like, here you go.
I don't know. It looks so weird. So like, I need your brain to come here and tell me, well, what am I high? Like,
what am I looking at? Help! Why does Eastcote Station look like this?
Like, Daryl, you're the science dude. You do the science.
I know a little bit of architecture too. I would figure out, it's like, why does it look like this? Damn you, optical illusion. And architecture.
Right? So there's some neat stations here that I think you do. And I think you would like Oxbridge Station. There are stations that I think you would really like.
Because everything's built old. There's like a handful of only a handful of new stations, but everything is all old.
Yeah, Farringdon is pretty modern. Sorry, Farringdon is actually above ground and kind of nice and fancy near modern buildings and fancy things.
What are like the other ones I want to think about? Was it King's Cross I was thinking about?
Yes, of course. I'll take you to King's Cross so you can see the absolute chaos that's there.
Paddington, I think, is another one. Because you'll find Paddington Bear there. Have you been to Paddington?
Not yet. I've seen the station.
Just never been in the station.
But I haven't been in it or haven't gone down it.
Okay.
It was when I went to Little Venice.
Oh, that day. Right, I forgot Paddington was that close from you.
Yeah.
Huh. That
Uh-huh.
one. Wait, which one's Harry Potter?
Platform 9 and 3/4 is King's Cross.
Oh, that is King's Cross. Okay. So I was right with King's Cross. I was thinking, I don't think there was any other station at King's Cross. What are the other ones? I think
Baker Street, I think you were
Baker
like.
Street, London Victoria. I think that's an old one.
Oh, they're like, you don't want to see Victoria.
No?
It's kind of under construction right now.
Oh, okay.
It's getting upgraded.
Aren't they getting like a high-speed rail or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. And to have like lifts put in and things like that.
Ooh, cans.
Yeah, and to get more escalators.
But obviously, I also want to do the touristy stuff, which you're gonna do ahead or we're gonna do it together.
We'll see what February brings. Because if I get bored here at home,
You
I
could
might be able to.
just do it. Like it's like what I do in San Francisco. I was like, I got nothing else to do. What am I gonna visit? All right, let's go to the very building. Let's go to the Embarcadero. Let's go to the Fisherman's Wharf. Let's go to the Golden Gate Bridge. What the heck am I doing here? Nothing much.
Well, I might say, you know, Daryl, that's actually a good idea. I might save it for you because then we can go see Kensington Palace, Hyde Park, Buckingham Palace, Westminster, the Thames, the London Eye, the London Bridge, Tower Bridge. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Unless if you're really that bored and it's like, I just want to get out of the house and just do it. I just say do it.
If I want to get out of the house, I would go like to Cambridge or Oxford or Birmingham.
Well, yeah.
We'll see.
But it's just like a day trip within London. Just do it anyways.
Yeah.
Damn, I wish I realized that. Oh, man. Now I kind of wish, like, when I was back in San Francisco, if I had, since I did kind of have the money, even though it was student loan money, cough, cough, sniff, sniff, I could have just taken a day trip anywhere outside of the city, but I wouldn't know where to go, though. I've done San Jose, a handful.
Okay, I'm glad you said Jose, because I'm like, I'm going to say Diego or Jose, and it's going to be wrong.
One is very far south. The one is an hour away.
Yeah.
I know I did a handful of San Jose trips. I tried to do, like, a little bit of, like, Oakland and Berkeley. I never really explored Berkeley, though. Shit.
You didn't find the Tim Hortons in Oakland?
No, I haven't. Apparently it was at an ice rink.
Makes sense, because hockey.
Hockey, yeah. No, I haven't found it there. But I didn't even go to Berkeley. I've actually been sad about that.
In the future is near, my friend. So VidCon is coming up. Do some day trips around London. Future travel plans that I have that I can tell you.
And many other things, basically. So you got 2019. Have an idea of 2019, at least for the first half.
For the first bit, yes.
For the first bit.
The last half, nope.
No. Go ask her personally, because that's a very personal thing. I don't want her, as much as you probably would want to talk about it. I don't think you would want to talk about it in public per se.
Not in public just yet.
Yeah, not until something is set in stone, basically.
I'm starting to wonder, Daryl, you keep talking for a second. I want to take a peek out my window to see if it's actually snowing here yet or not.
Okay, go ahead. Have the weather nature gods lie to you? Weather nature gods? What the fuck?
Wow.
The god that is the meteorologist. Okay, I'm done.
Wow, they have lied. It was supposed to start snowing like 2 hours ago.
Was it supposed to be like a heavy chance? A light chance? A fuck chance?
It was like 70% chance to up to like 80% chance, and now right now apparently it's 90% chance.
What is snow? Where is it happening?
I want to point out, guys, that the weather here has lied to me 2 days in a row. It was supposed to snow 2 days ago. Didn't happen. It was supposed to snow yesterday. Didn't happen. It's supposed to snow today. Hasn't fucking happened.
But it did kind of snow. Was it last week?
Yeah, last week. But it wasn't enough to close down the fucking school.
You just wanted to have a snow day now, don't ya?
I do, because when it's snow day, I can go outside and play in the snow while everybody else is locked in their houses going, no.
I'm a child again.
I just want to go play in the snow. Anyway, hi. My random rant about weather here in the UK.
See, you have your own share of weather rants. I feel, well, a good majority of the United States would have their weather rants too.
Daryl, I want to point out that it's not just America that's freezing, okay? Canada's frozen too.
Super frozen, actually.
Canada's further north.
Yeah.
I want to point that out. My dad pointed out to me that on Tuesday, there's a 40 degrees Celsius difference between him and me.
That's huge.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, guys, America, pat, it's okay. But Canada's more freezing, so just eat shit.
And then meanwhile, some people are also saying that it's like, oh my god, the day after tomorrow movie's happening now.
Oh my god.
All you need is just an Arctic spiraling storm going through the polar vortex, and then everything gets fucked.
Yeah, no thank you. But I want to point out that in northern Ontario, they're having lows as cold as minus 50 degrees Celsius. So Chicago complaining about their minus 30 degrees Celsius. Pat.
Meanwhile, if you go like other places, yeah.
Sorry, I mean, I never have too much sympathy, but America's not built to deal with that much extreme cold, so they're kind of suffering and dying.
Except California, and literally only California.
Florida's doing okay.
Okay, I thought Florida actually was feeling slight brunt of it, but California.
Northern Florida kind of gets touched by it a bit.
Yeah.
But not too much.
Miami and all that stuff is like probably fine, but then
Miami. Oh my god. Miami. Mi amigo. Mi amigo and Miami. Okay, I'm good.
There it is. There it is. You should have just taken a fucking shortcut right there, boy. Ugh. Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That was a great me. Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's apparently sunny.
It was sunny today too.
I wonder how.
That's why I went to the forecast to snow today, and I'm like, where?
I call bullshit. It's sunny today.
Where?
Where's my snow?
Meanwhile, everyone like north of Birmingham has snow right now.
I know. I heard like one of your friends up there. Well,
both of my friends.
Both. Oh.
Will and Azu.
Will and Azu, right? I forgot about Will.
Because Will is outside of Liverpool, and Azu's outside of Manchester.
Yep. I remember Azu in Manchester.
They both got snow, and it's bullshit.
You should just visit them right now. Forget about work. Just visit them.
Guys, I'm sick.
Guys, I'm sick, and I'm on this train right now trying to get cured. There it is.
I'm taking a train ride to get cured.
Dang! Where are you going? Up north? Why? It's snowing up there. Yeah.
You have a cold and you're going up north of cure your cold where it's cold.
Yeah.
It would remind me back in Canada, okay? And maybe I just need Canadian.
Maybe you just need Canadian weather just to feel better. There it is.
Maybe I don't want no more of this humidity bullshit.
Humidity, damp bullshit. I just want some cold ass weather.
I'm sick of this moist weather.
Okay, I think that's a good time to just end the stream there.
Oh no.
I don't know. But yeah. Damn. Oh, it's just been a fun time talking to you anyways.
Yeah, I talked about myself a lot.
You did. Well, it's basically I just wanted to catch up with people. And it's like, I don't have much to catch up, but I know there's someone I can. And I've been wanting to do this for a while now, and thank God we've done it.
Yeah, I apologize in advance for all the misspeakings, because I'm tired and I'm a derp.
It's okay. I always misspeak in this stream. This has always been a misspeaking stream no matter what.
True.
So, let me see. Can I alt-tab out? Can I use Streamlabs? Thank you. Oh, shit. Okay, it's froze. So, yeah, I do have a command for you, right? You created your own command, right?
Yeah.
Is it just Dragan? Aha!
Yep.
Right, you fixed it for me.
I did. So, hi, I'm Dragan. I have a Twitter, I tweets, and I have a YouTubes that I YouTubes, but I haven't YouTubed recently, but I'm going to fix that. And, you know, I Twitch, and I do the Twitch as well.
You do the Twitch as well, but if you really want to follow her, go follow her on Twitter first, because she's definitely really active on Twitter, no matter what. you'll basically know everything that she's been doing for the days and all that stuff, all the fun stuff and stuff. Stuff and stuff. There it is.
Yeah, I tweet a lot.
She does tweet a lot. But you can also watch her YouTube videos. She has a few. She said, yeah, she hasn't. Well, I'll let her say what she said about not being uploaded, but hopefully, get those videos up again.
I've got plans for videos. I just need to sit down and actually do them.
But when in doubt, just watch her old ones. They're really derpy. Granted, a good
yes,
bunch is
are.
derpy. Everyone's derpy.
I have to talk to you after the stream, but one of my colleague, like the other cover supervisor at work, knows I did have a YouTube channel. She's been watching them, and I die every time.
Oh no! Okay, that's news to me, and I'm saving that. No, that's saving that for personal. I don't want to talk about that shit. Ooh, ooh. When you finally get exposed for what you do as a hobby.
She was so funny. Oh god, I just okay. Anyway, nope, go away.
Yeah, and go follow her on Twitch. She does stream. She does stream from time to time. She's been trying to stream recently, amongst juggling her work schedule. So do follow her there on Twitch. She does stream from time to time.
I will be streaming this weekend, this Saturday night.
Ooh.
Unless we're calling, then I'll move it. But streaming will happen this weekend. I promise.
Go stream.
I will be streaming probably something derpy like I don't.
Weren't you still planning to do Dark Souls? It's a Dark Souls.
Right. I'll be streaming Dark Souls 3.
It just reminded you, probably for the worst reasons, huh?
Why do I tell him things? Well, yes, I will be streaming Dark Souls 3 for the first time, and it's gonna be awful.
It's okay. I'll give you about an hour.
Alright guys, I got this. I know skills. I know how to fight. You died? What?
You died? No!
Not myself.
Alright. Also, go follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube because Dragan has posted up on the thing. I try to post stuff from time to time. This VOD, if you're watching live stream, this VOD will actually show up on YouTube, usually on Tuesdays, as amongst many other VODs and videos and live streams and such. Twitter, just to stay updated on things that I do post and maybe some stupid shit that I might retweet. And Instagram when I take photos from time to time, but yeah. And it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've had you as a guest. It's always fun to have you as a guest.
Yay, I'm derpy and trip over my own words, and I talk about England and how it's really great and also really bad. It's fun.
It's fun. But you also had just a bunch of things that I just know I'd want to bring out and everything. I know you've talked to it other times, and stuff, but it's I thought it'd be fun just to talk about it once again, reflect on it, be stupid about it, because I know there's some fun, stupid stuff and stuff. Stuff and stuff? Yeah, stuff and stuff.
I'm always fun and stupid and stuff.
And stuff. In any case, I hope you guys have a great night over there in the EU, or a great day if you're watching this in the States, or great wherever you're watching this around the world. See you Monday for more perfect day, maybe, or whatever I stream on Mondays, assuming you're watching this way ahead in the future for some odd reason. Or Thursdays for Chuck and Talk. I'll see if I'll do another EU friendly or gonna shift back to my normal. We'll see.
It won't be next week, but it'll be the week after.
Ding. Okay, cool.
Next week I'm going to Piccadilly Circus for
that play.
Theater things.
For the theater.
Uh-huh.
For the theater play thingy. Be a play, technically.
Time to be an artsy fartsy London person.
We are always an artsy fartsy person. Now it's just London.
Hint London.
Hint London. Yeah, any case, hope you guys have a great day, night, wherever you are, and I'll see you guys next stream. Thank you again, Dragan, for joining me for Chuck and Talk. It's a little big one.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, and bye, everyone.
Bye. This is Bellways. That's Dragan over there. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Poop.